Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another great episode of the Grue Rume Show. And I'm really happy for the Grue Rume Show today because we got two actors from the hit television series Cobra Kai. And I am talking about Owen Morgan and Nate O. Nate plays Nate, and Owen plays Bert. And I'm really looking forward to talking to them about the show, about acting, and find out a little bit about what they like to do outside of the world of acting. I am Rocco Cross. I am the host at Stutters. My dog is barking, and that's what happens when you record stuff home, right? But I am Rocco Cross. I am the host at Stutters. I am the host of the Grue Room, and my interview with Cobra Kai's Owen Morgan and Nate O is coming up next. So grab your geese and let's kick it. Okay, guys, welcome to Grue, and thanks so much for taking time out of your night and being a guest on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, like the first thing I want to ask you guys is how did you both find out about the show and about playing Nate and Bert? So, I Owen, I mean, you could go first.
Yeah. I mean, this is I really love getting to play this character Bert. I really love this show. I mean, ever since I found out about it, ever since I've been a part of it, it's been a really great experience. I really love being able to develop my character over the years and just get to have a good time along the way.
Definitely nice.
Yeah, so for me, I guess I found out about this show from I think it was probably my aunt. Yeah, it was my aunt. I think she had found some random casting call on Facebook, and she sent it over to me because they were looking for a kid who did martial arts, and I had done martial arts, and it was just supposed to be like a 1 day thing.
Oh
And
wow.
so, yeah, so we sent in some pictures, and we kind of forgot about it. Like maybe like a month later, they responded like, "Hey, yeah, we want you coming in." I was like, "Okay, that's cool." And so came in, and we worked for like 1 day for background, my mom and I. Yeah, this was the beginning of season 2, by the way. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, and then they just kept on calling me back, and eventually they offered to ask me to read for a role. And yeah, I guess it worked out. So
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
that was
definitely did.
that was a very similar story to mine, basically.
Nice.
We have very similar stories for how we got started. It's really weird.
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, mine was just basically his story, but a season earlier.
yeah.
Gotcha. And I mean, were did you guys watch like the films before the show started? Like before you knew you were going to play characters on the show? Did you go back and watch the films?
I think I'd seen like one of them before.
So I'm pretty sure I watched it like when I was younger, and then when I found out about the show, my mom was like, you got to watch it." So I watched the originals, and yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I only watched them after I started doing the show.
Okay, yeah, really?
Yeah.
Awesome. And like for being so new to the show and new to the world of act of acting, was any of the cast people there, like did they help you reading the scripts and reading the lines?
Yeah, I think it's very easy to get the hang of things around set. I think everyone just makes it super easy. They don't need to like hold your hand through most of it. Like, I mean, if you ask for, advice and stuff, they'll give it to you because they're great. They're great people, but you can, it's very easy to like kind of pick up on what everyone else is doing because everyone's kind of got the same mindset there. So you kind of know what's going on, you know how it's supposed to be done. And it's just it, but it's also you can have a really fun time doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, so for me, I guess since I was Miyagi-Do, but well, I started off as Cobra Kai and then
Yeah.
switched to Miyagi-Do. I think as a background, you didn't really need to know as much information. But once I got like a speaking role, which was I think the same time that I went to Miyagi-Do,
Hmm.
um, I had no clue what I was doing at first. So Gianni really helped out because he was there at Miyagi-Do and he kind of taught me how to read a script, because a script isn't like a book. It has like it's not weird, but it's like a little bit like it has some weird like wordings,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
int, like you need to know like that means like interior, and like it's you just need to he helped me a lot with like that whole figuring that
Yeah, you
stuff
got to figure
out.
out the whole language that they've put
Yeah,
together.
Oh,
they have
okay.
their own language for everything.
Wow. And when you guys first sign on to the show and start doing the show, did you ever think like Nate and Bert would last all the seasons, like all the way up to this current season?
I mean, after season 2 and seeing how everyone loved our rivalry so much, I think I never put too much thought into it. I don't think, but I could tell that this was definitely going to be something that would be running for at least a little bit longer.
Yeah, it was something really funny. And the directors loved it, and yeah, apparently the fans really liked it too. And so yeah.
And Nate, you said like you actually knew how to do martial arts before going into the film. Did you know how to do it too, Owen, or did you like train while you were on set?
Oh no, I had been doing it for like 7 years beforehand.
Oh wow. Okay.
So that was that was the reason I signed up in the first place, because I heard that it was like a karate TV show. I was like, oh, I do karate. Oh, that'll be fun. So yeah.
Oh, okay. So you both knew how to do it then.
Yeah. Yeah, we're both fairly experienced by then.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay. And I was like reading something online that like being so young on the set, like it was harder for the kids because you had to go from school to the set and the parents had to be on set. Like how was that like for you both?
I
Oh,
mean, it's still really fun. We get to have a good time during school. It makes things a little more complicated sometimes, but because we have to try to schedule like how long we're spending in school versus how long we're spending on set. That's a whole thing. But once you get used to it, it becomes fairly normal, just part of the experience.
yeah, it took some time getting used to, because I'm used to going I well at the time I was still in public school, so I was used to
Mhm.
going in 8 hours a day, whatever, going to all my classes. And now that I was doing this, like I would have to like get all of this stuff in advance, and I'd have to figure this stuff out on my own. At the same time, we were running back and forth between set and school, so that took a little bit of time, getting in the balance, but that's what Miyagi does all about, right?
Right?
Hey,
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you both now have been on the show for a while. So how has the show changed your lives from like the the time you started to being on the show now?
well, I mean, it's definitely a different kind of experience for most people, right? It's it's something very. I still don't believe that I'm part of this sometimes, right? Um, but it's just it doesn't feel too weird anymore.
Hmm.
It just it I just feel it's a very normal thing to be doing all the time. So it's become a very normal part of my life. And I mean, I couldn't have it any other way. I love it.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, like my friends, when they see my schedule, they're like, this is so weird, because it's like you're either like it's really weird because sometimes you're working like in like huge chunks, and you're constantly working, and you have all this school that's piling up, and sometimes you have a little bit more time, and you can get some. You just need to be really fluid, I guess. You need to be flexible, and that's kind of what this is all about. You
Yeah.
just need to go with the flow.
Yeah. And you know, like
Be willing to accept random changes.
being on the show, and the show's a huge hit. Like everyone around the world loves it, and once the season is over, everyone's like sad until the next season comes back. And so when you're in school and your friends and stuff, do they still act the same around you? Like I mean, because you both are on like the biggest show.
Right. I definitely, you know, once at the beginning, right, you know, they'll tease you, they'll you know, they'll treat you differently for a bit. They'll be like, oh, you're a big old movie star. But you know, once it becomes more normal, everything just kind of goes back to everyone treating each other like good friends and stuff.
Yeah, for me, my friends, or at least all my closer friends, they
Mhm.
did not care. Like they just treat me exactly the same way, and I actually like that better, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's really fun, and there's some people from my school, who watch the show, like there's a few kids who watch the show and they like are really into it, and so they'll be like, oh, how was this person, how's it meeting this person, how did you film this, and like I bet this was like really fun to film. I'm like, and yeah, we talk to them, but like um for my closer friends, they don't care. They treat me the same.
I'm sure like most of your male friends are asking about paint and list, right?
I've gotten that question a lot. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
just one of my sisters.
Oh, really?
I don't get questions about that.
Okay. And what did you two love most about season 4? Like which scene did you just both like the most?
Hmm.
For me, I'd have to go with, it's tough. It's between the Valley and the Prom.
Oh yeah.
Because those were both just really memorable experiences for me that I'm really going to be able to, like, compared to everything else I ever did, like those are going to be the standout memories for me for a long time.
Yeah, for me, I think probably all Valley,
Yeah.
all the kids got to, it was like a 2 week thing. I think it's probably like, was it a full 2 weeks?
Was it really 2 weeks?
Was
It
it?
could have been 2 weeks. Yeah, it might have been 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think so it was about 2 weeks, right? And it was great because all the kids, we got to spend a bunch of time together. And I just remember because the kids, there's a rule where we couldn't go inside the set because they had this fake smoke stuff, and there's a whole
Yeah,
thing.
they had like this
But,
fake smoke, and then
yeah.
it's like, oh, and minors can't be in there for a certain amount of time. So
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
so yeah, but it was fun. The
Yeah.
kids, we spent a lot of time playing around with frisbees and doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. And like in this new season, like you got Dallas Young that started for this season, and Griffin made a complete change from the other season. I didn't even know that was him.
Yep. Yes, he did.
And like how was it like working with like with Griffin and Dallas, because you shared scenes with both of them for this current season, and also Hawk, the
Mhm.
Jacob.
Yeah,
Yeah,
super talented people.
absolutely. They're so talented. They're so good at their jobs.
Yeah, I remember I think it might have been one of the first days that we ever worked was that bathroom scene.
Oh wow.
Was it really one of the first?
It wasn't the first. I think it was one of the first days though.
Really? That felt like a little.
Um,
Yeah, no, that's true, because we like skipped an episode. So
yeah, they
yeah.
jumped
So
around a
for
bit,
us, it
and
was one of like our closer to first days.
and so that was really that was the first time I got to work with Dallas, and the first time we got to see him, and it was just, we hit it off. He's an awesome guy. He's funny.
And he's professional too. He's like professional. He's good at his job,
He's
and
probably
he's
more
really
mature
great
than
to work
about
with.
half
Oh
the
my
other
god,
actors.
really?
Yeah.
He's so good at his job. It's crazy. And when I like doing like just acting for the first time, I was like, he's just so good. I was like, how? He really sold it.
Oh,
So yeah,
definitely.
he and Griffin are just fantastic to work with. They're both really fun and talented.
Nice. And I mean, and everyone loves like Hawk and them, like Jacob and Joe, and so and those are two other guys that you shared scenes with. Wasn't it Hawk, Nate, the one you shared a scene with? Hawk beat beat your character up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That like you're talking about the scene where they pull up on motorcycles. We're at the car
Yeah.
wash.
Mm-hmm.
That one, yeah. Yeah, that was season 3, I
Yes,
think, right? Yeah, that was really fun to shoot.
that was season 3. Yes.
Yeah, really fun to shoot. Jacob really helped me out a lot that day because I had, I was just, I still wasn't like a. He's definitely a better actor than me. I'll admit that. And
Oh yeah.
and he's super talented, and just the way that he does it is really different than a lot of actors. And like each person has their own way.
Yeah.
But he just like he'll look at the script once and then he'll just go with whatever comes out of his mouth. And so
Oh,
even if
wow.
even if the lines don't always match up, he still keeps the same energy, and he does like
Yeah, he sells it.
he sells it really well. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But I guess some guys can do that, right? Like just
Yeah.
read the script once and just go out there and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot to learn from him.
Wow. Okay. And with season 4, like I was shocked with the double cross on Crease, and of course Johnny and Daniel working as a team. So how do you both feel about those scenes?
I mean, it's really great. I find myself reading the script a lot of the time and just I can't keep myself from smiling half the time.
Yeah, I was super
I
stoked.
like
see
to enjoy
that.
the show just as much as everyone else, right?
Of
I just get
course,
to do a
yeah.
little bit earlier and also not see the final product. But it really is amazing.
Yeah, I was what was it? I remember when I first read the script, right? I was like, dude, the fans are gonna flip out.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
And they did, they loved it. Yeah,
So many
there's
moments like that.
tons of fun stuff, and like even just reading the script, right? You can tell, like, oh yeah, they're gonna love this.
You
right?
know, you can read a scene and you'll know exactly what the reaction is gonna be.
Yeah, and the worst part is you need to wait a full year for it to come out, and then we can talk about it.
Painful.
Exactly.
It's painful.
I know that must be hard for you guys, because I I I think you guys will already film season 5 or something, or you're filming it. So I know it's like hard to keep everything like hush hush, especially from like friends and stuff and family.
Yeah, definitely.
About
I was
half of
I was
my
very
messages on
really I was
Instagram are
very relieved
that.
when season 4 came out, so I could just vent to so many people.
Nice.
Yeah, so my phone, it just like if you look at all my messages, like I bet about half of them are asking about season 5 already. And
Oh
season
yeah,
4 like just came out like a month ago. And yeah.
and now that everyone's done, it's like we need to hurry this up.
Right. It's like as soon as this show drops, like everybody knows, like within a week or two, like the whole entire world's gonna see it, because once you watch one episode, you can't stop. Like it's a binge watch
Yes.
for like a couple days or like a week straight. Like that's a show you just can't stop watching, and then it's over, and you're like, oh my God, I have to wait a year for this now.
Right.
and like when you guys are all on set and stuff, it looks like everyone's like real close and friendly, and you just have fun. So how's it like being on set with everyone? Is it a lot of fun? And
Oh yeah, it's so much fun. I mean, yeah, it's very easy to just relax and have a good time with everyone. It's very just chill setting.
Yeah, all the people on set, we're all pretty similar
Yeah.
in the way that we can talk, and we a lot of us, we have a similar sense of humor, and so
Most of us do, yes.
yeah, we all hit it off. And so especially during the All Valley, we would
Oh yeah.
play like games with like all the cast members, and we do tons of stuff together.
nice.
During lunch and stuff, we throw frisbees, and
Yeah, because like most of the time you don't really have much to do because they have like so many different angles and there's just so much time that's put into it. So whenever you're not in frame, like you're just sitting around hanging out with everyone.
yeah,
Oh,
there's tons
wow.
of downtime, and so yeah, we all get really close. Yeah, it's really fun to be able to do all that stuff, and especially since the last what do you call it, the All Valley.
Yeah.
We got the school teachers. There's something called banking, so we got like a little extra school in a few days before, so that in the
Okay.
last few days we could do a little bit less school and we can hang out more. So that was definitely a lot of fun. Yeah.
Sweet, sweet. And I always ask guests this when I have them on the show, like
Hmm.
all the scenes that you've done, seasons you've done, was there any like funny or cool behind the scenes stories that happened while you two were on set that like stand out the most?
Hmm. Well, we had a fight scene and back in season 3 that got
Hmm.
cut. Well, a lot of the fight scenes got cut, or like parts of them. The LaRusso house fight was what it was, and we had this really funny.
Yeah, a lot of little bits.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we had a few little bits, yeah, that didn't make into the show. But yeah, those are really fun to shoot, and hopefully they'll see the light of day.
Hopefully someday.
Yeah.
I thought if it was going to show up anywhere, it would show up on the DVD, but I
Oh,
don't know.
it didn't.
I don't know.
It didn't
Someday.
show up on that yet.
Yeah, it'll show up.
Yeah. And what would you two like to see for season 5 involving you involving you both? I mean, if you two are in season 5, which I'm sure you are, like what would you like to see happen for season 5 for you both?
Oof.
Well, let's see. I mean, just in general, just more Bert content. I don't know, like I'd like to see him interacting with more characters.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's all these different kinds of different matchups that he always mingles so well with everyone that he talks to. He has such good interactions with them. So I'd love to see a lot more of that.
Yeah. It's geez, I don't want to give away anything, but
I know.
Right.
that's the biggest struggle
I was
here.
trying to
It's it'll be fun to see just more interactions just in general.
Yeah.
Maybe some newer people. And yeah.
maybe have us win some fights. for
Right,
once.
exactly. What do you both like doing during your free time when you're not involved with acting or kicking or
I mean, we still have to do things like school. So that takes up basically any time that we're not doing our jobs.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, we're kids. We got a lot of things to be worried about for a bit before we can, we have school, a lot of it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, for me, free time. What do
Right? Like we don't get much of that.
Yeah, I do like rock climbing. So, and there's
Nice.
a great place here in Georgia, and I think Jacobs actually went there a bunch too, while he was down here, and because he likes rock climbing too.
Oh,
I
wow,
think
nice.
I think a few other people also went. But anyway, I like rock climbing. I like playing video games. Not recently, it was during quarantine. I built myself a computer,
Oh
and
wow, really?
yeah, after building that, I just kind of got into computer games because I
Nice.
built this thing. I might as well use it, right? So
Well, yeah.
Oh, you're a much more interesting person than me. I don't do anything. I mean, yes, I still do karate when I'm not acting.
See?
oh
There you
yeah.
go.
Oh,
That's
speaking of
something.
video games, actually, Gianni, well, whoever has Minecraft, we actually
Mhm.
built a Minecraft world together, and we just
Oh, I forgot to
yeah,
get on
we
that.
built stuff. Yeah, it's
I was never on that.
yeah, you need to get Minecraft. So
I did get Minecraft.
You got Minecraft? Oh
I forgot to
yeah,
ask what the server was.
yeah. Yeah. Just ask Gianni; he'll probably add you
Yeah,
to
I'll
it.
ask him.
It's super fun. Dying a million times in the game, and
Of
everybody
course.
everybody being like, "Ah, come on, man."
Oh, sucks.
So yeah. And besides that, yeah, not too many hobbies.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, building a computer from scratch
Oh
is
yeah, I
definitely
don't have many hobbies. I just rock climb, build computers.
right. And what about songs? Like, what kind of songs do you both like? What's on your playlist?
I have a very large playlist with a lot of different types of music on it. I do not split up my playlists. I just have one like 8-hour playlist.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Geez,
I mean,
music.
I don't have a specific type. I just any song I like.
I listen to all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Except for country. I'm sorry.
Same.
A
It's
lot
like
of people are.
whenever people ask me what my favorite kind of music is, I'm like, the real question is, what do I not like in terms of music? And
Yeah,
that's up.
I think country is it's probably the only one that
There
I'm
are very
not
few
a
country songs I
huge
like.
fan of. So.
Okay.
There are a few songs. There's like
Mhm.
here and there.
Well, I hope you didn't say that to Carrie Underwood when she was
Yeah.
on the show.
Oh no, she's fine.
She's
Her
great.
music is good. No.
Okay. Um, what
If you're
about
watching
app?
this, I didn't mean it.
What kind of which apps do you guys like the most? Like, out of TikTok and Instagram, Snapchat, like
Mm.
what app do you like the most?
I mostly use Instagram.
Okay.
That's like my main one. It's the only one I'm
Yeah.
ever like active on. It's the only one I really use.
Yeah, I'm not a huge social media guy. I kind of got into it after all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I didn't have social media before Cobra Kai.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay.
the thing is, it's just because I'm like, there's not really that much interesting stuff going on besides acting, and like I can't post most of that stuff, right? Because
Yeah, of course.
yeah,
Right.
but yeah, so a lot of the times, oops, sorry,
That's all right.
uh, yeah, so what was I saying? Social media, yeah. So I don't really use many apps. I'm thinking. Oh, well, I said I was gonna get Facebook,
Oh,
and
okay.
Twitter and stuff, but
I did get
I haven't gotten a
Facebook.
chance to
Yeah,
set that
I have
up.
Facebook and Twitter. I like every once in a while check Facebook. I check Twitter semi regularly, but mostly just Instagram.
I do a lot of TikTok, but I don't make stuff. I just scroll through it for for like hours at a time.
Nice, nice. I mean, once you start with that, you can't really stop. Like, you go from one video to the next,
Yeah.
and you're looking
Yeah,
up
I
and
barely made it out. I never used it. I downloaded it once,
yeah.
and then I just like for like an hour, I was like, okay. And I just kept going. And I was like, what am I doing? And I got out, and I was really glad I did.
Here you go. Okay. Yeah, because if you don't leave that, get out of that, you're just gonna be staring at that screen for hours, just
Oh yeah.
watching all this stuff. Like, there's so much stuff on that
Yeah,
app. It's
there's so much
crazy.
stuff on it.
Yeah.
And, this is another thing I always ask my guests, because my show deals a lot with horror films. And I mean, of course, I know your show has nothing to do with horror, but but do you like horror
Right.
films? And if you do, what are some horror films you like?
Oof.
I haven't watched many. I can't take it very well.
Same here. I don't think I watched any horror films except
Oh,
for
really?
Johnny. I think was the one that asked.
Yeah, back
We
in
watched it.
that's right. We did watch
It
it
too, I
chapter 2
think.
in the theater.
Yeah, I think Johnny was like, "Yeah, let's go watch this." I was
Back in
like,
season
sure." So yeah,
back
we
in
went and watched
season
that.
2 for me. I think it was season
Mm.
2. Me and some others went and watched the Halloween reboot,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and that was like my first modern horror movie, and
Okay.
I didn't take it well
Okay, here you go. Yeah,
for
I
a
mean,
while.
horror
I've
films
watched some
aren't
old
for
horror movies.
everybody.
Yeah, I've watched some older horror movies, and those aren't as scary
Well,
as
yeah.
they're dated, so they're not going to be as scary. Like I remember the first time I watched The Shining, like adults would be like, it's one of the creepiest horror movies ever made, and I watched it and I was like laughing the entire time, and I was like,
Were
I
you
don't know what they're
laughing at
talking
The
about.
Shining?
I was like, there's like one or two moments the entire time that like maybe had me creeped out. The rest of the time I was like, this is kind of silly.
You mean like those little twin girls in the creep?
That
Yeah.
okay. I'll admit that was one of like the 2 parts that were like, okay, a little unsettling.
Okay, there you go. Oh man. And is there anything coming up next for you both? Like, I mean, besides the show, like, is there anything you two are working on or something coming out?
Not at the
Lots
moment.
of school for now. I'm catching up on all my school.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, school year started up this month.
Oh yeah.
So, that's the whole thing. It's my last semester. I'm gonna be out of high school soon. So
Oh, that's awesome. Nice.
then I'll have all the time in the world to work on acting.
Definitely, yes. Definitely. So are you both in your last year of school?
No,
No.
you're behind, right?
Yeah. No, I'm a sophomore, so
Oh,
I'm.
right. Yeah,
Oh,
I still have 2 more
okay.
years to
Two
go. Yeah,
school years
junior and
behind,
then
yeah.
senior, and then I'm free. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Nice. Well, I mean, I'm sure you can't wait to be done with school, right?
Right. Yeah.
And where can fans find you both? I mean, I'm sure they already know where to find you at, but if in
Right.
case they don't.
Like I said, I'm pretty much primarily on Instagram. I'm at Owen Morgan. The O in Morgan is actually a 0. I'm verified, so you'll know it's me. Yeah.
And you can catch me on Instagram at OH dot or like period NATE, all lowercase. So yeah.
Awesome.
And yeah, it's mostly Instagram, I think. I don't think I have, yeah.
Okay.
That's the place you want to go if you want to actually see stuff.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever posted stuff on other things, but
Oh, really? Yeah.
I've made like 2 genuine, unique posts on Twitter. The rest of it's like just reposting whatever I put on Instagram.
Okay, so you guys aren't ones that like tweeting.
No, I don't have
yeah,
anything.
I'm not like
I don't have anything
one of those
worth
tweeters.
saying.
Okay. Well, thanks for taking time out of your night and coming on the show. I mean, I know you both probably have a lot of schoolwork to do, so I appreciate you taking time out for this.
All
Oh
right,
yeah, thank you for
Thank you
having
for having
me.
us on.
Awesome, buddy. All right. Thanks again for doing the show, and definitely have a great night and great rest of the week.
All right,
Thank
yeah, you
you.
too.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
All right.
Okay. Bye.